In yesterday's video, we discussed who I think should play Flyhalf for the Springboks this year. Well, last night, Victor Matfield went on a URC roundtable and gave his opinion on who he thinks should take over from Handré Pollard. As always, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button. Still about 93% of you who watch this channel on a regular basis are not subscribed, and you know our goal is to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Now, just to give you some context on yesterday's video and where we sort of left that discussion, we kind of went through all of the options that I think have potential to play for the Springboks this year. You obviously have the two favorites, the two normals, the two most obvious players, which is Handré Pollard, who's Mr. BMT. We've seen him chasing the sun, kicking 12 from 12 kicks in the World Cup. He's won 2 back-to-back World Cups. He just is the best flyer for the Springboks game plan at the moment. Then we went over Manie Libbok and how maybe chasing the sun has exposed him just a little bit in terms of his kicking, in terms of his BMT. We've seen it for the Stormers a bit. Well, he is probably one of the best rugby players in South Africa. At Flyhalf, with the responsibility and the pressure that comes along with that, we kind of said that maybe Manie Libbok just needs to step his game up just a little bit. Then a couple of more options we gave was the obvious one, Damian Willemse, who's probably one of the best rugby players in the world at the moment. We kind of just said that he is better suited at the number 15 role as they fade Willie Leroux out of the Springboks. I think Damian Willemse is going to become more of a senior player in that side and really take that 15 jersey and make it his own. Then there were a couple of interesting options. The first one being Jordan Hendrickse, who's playing for the Lions at the moment. He was a little bit injured for a couple of weeks, but he is back now. He's playing well for the Lions. He's been added to the alignment camp squad that happened about a month or so ago. He's only 22 years old, and he's more of a Manie Libbok-esque player. He's very, very attacking. He's very good on attack, but his kicking game is also strong. He might have to do a little bit of work on his defense, but overall, 22 years of age, he's definitely someone who the Springboks and Rassie can look at going in to the future. Then a guy who plays alongside him in the Lions is Sanela Nohamba, who almost adds a little bit more because of the utility he has at 9 and 10. Also having an absolutely incredible season. He is a little bit older at 25 years old, but the utility he provides, the breakthrough season that he's currently having will probably see him earn a cap for the Springboks this year. And then the last two options that we went over is Siyabonga Mazuku, who transferred from the Cheetahs last season to the Sharks this season. And as Cohen Bosch and the Sharks kind of went through that dip in form, Mazuku then got a couple of starts for the Sharks, and now he's absolutely tearing it up, and probably one of the major reasons that the Sharks have started to turn their season around a bit. So yes, he is a little bit older at 27, but that does come with experience. His goal kicking is very good. He's very good on attack. He's physical, and he will probably be there and thereabouts in the Springbok camp. I would love to see him get a cap. And then the final person we spoke about, who Victor Matfield also agrees should be starting, or maybe not starting, but be in the conversation for a Springbok cap in that Flyhalf position, and that's Sasha Mgumazulu, who's only 22 years old. He played Flyhalf during his school years. He played Flyhalf for the under-20 Springboks, where he was just on a different level. He has been playing more of the center role, inside center for the Stormers, and yes, he is injured at the moment, but in the 6 games that he started for the Stormers this season in the URC, he was playing at inside center. He accumulated 60 points. And Victor Matfield kind of weighed in on this, and here is what he said. He said that he believes that Sasha Mgumazulu deserves a shot or an opportunity at test level this year. He goes on to say that he prefers Sasha Mgumazulu in that number 10 jersey, and he thinks that the Stormers should start to give him more of an opportunity above Manie Libbok in that number 10 jersey, because he is a bit bigger than Manie Libbok. He can get over the advantage line better. He's more physical. His kicking game is also a little bit better than Manie Libbok. So Victor Matfield kind of goes on to back Sasha Mgumazulu in this roundtable talk in the URC, and he's not trying to put Manie Libbok down, but he is just saying that Sasha Mgumazulu is 22 years old and should probably take over the torch from Handré Pollard because of how good he's been at the under 20 level, because of how good he's been for the Stormers. Yes, he's going through a bit of an injury at the moment, but Victor Matfield basically laid his claim and said that Sasha Mgumazulu should be the understudy and the person to take over from Handré Pollard in the future. So what does that look like for Manie Libbok? I'm not sure. I do think Manie Libbok will get a couple more opportunities this year. Victor Matfield also went on to say that Manie Libbok has had his opportunities in a Springbok top, and it almost sounds like he was a little bit disappointed with what he saw from Manie Libbok. I do think there's a lot of criticism and hate that goes on around Manie Libbok, and because he misses kicks and all of this, but he is a phenomenal rugby player. If his kicking was a couple of percentages higher, his success rate, then we would be having a different conversation. But I can't disagree with Victor Matfield. I do think Sasham Gumazulu is one for the future. I think he will definitely get a couple of Springbok caps this year, and I would love to actually see Rassie throw Sasham Gumazulu into the deep end, maybe even against Ireland, definitely against New Zealand, but to really see what this youngster is made of. It's going to be interesting to see who Rassie and the Springboks pick in that number 10 jersey. Let me know your thoughts as always down in the comments below. Make sure you leave this video a like and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy. Peace.